What's up, everybody? It's Quicksilver, and I think today, I guess I'm not going to mince any words. Today, I think I'm going to do something that I mentioned a couple videos ago when I was working on the bridge. Hate to keep this one maybe a little short, but I do have some company in from out of town, so I don't have a whole lot of time to do some recording and editing and all that other good stuff that goes along with this. But I'm going to build a boat launcher. I'd love to give credit to whoever I learned this from, but honestly, I think I learned this maybe a year or so ago. So unfortunately, if you see this and it's your design, let me know, and I'll certainly maybe sort of kind of try and give you some credit. I think I'm going to build it over here by the chicken. I'm going to have to do a little bit of terraforming, but I think yeah, I think that'll give us some room. I have not really explored this water this direction, so I'm not sure where it goes. I know this way we can get into the swamps, and from there we can get into a whole lot of trouble. But yeah, I think, let me see, I guess for starters, it's got to be 7 blocks wide by 7 deep, so it's not going to be a huge build, but we'll try and purdy it up and make it look cool. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And let's see now, I'm going to probably dig back a little bit here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, so 7, so that's got to come out. And where do I stop here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that right? Yeah, if it's not, it is going to be right now, because, you know, that's just how we do, right? Alright, now I may pull out some more of that once I'm done with getting this thing set up, but yeah, I guess for now that's going to work. So the next thing I've got to do, let's actually throw down our crafting table here really fast. Yeah, guys, so I guess I don't really have a whole lot of updates for you today either. That's not by design, I promise. I've been lazy about getting my pigs over there. I think I've been pretty spoiled on not really needing to, so that's helped tremendously to let me be lazy. So I have been. 2, 3, 4. So this is gonna be, I guess, yeah, that'll work. I think this will be where we're going to come in. That's going to be 3 blocks wide, so I guess first of all let's get some signs here. We're going to block off the water. Basically the way this is going to work is we're actually going to have 2 buttons that we can push, and when we hit them, it's going to flood some water out behind us, and it's actually going to push us out. Push us out into the water, so it'll actually launch us into getting into some trouble. So we got that going for us. Now actually, you know, that's kind of dumb. I think I'm going to redo that. Yeah, I'm going to replace these things. I'm going to use some wood, just because if an Enderman comes along, he could kind of screw this thing up, and then I would be very, very upset, and I don't like to be upset. So let's get some oak planks here. I'll be using those steps in a little bit. Yeah, that'll work. I'm probably going to use a lot of wood for this design, so there'll be a bunch of... Why can't I pick that up? There we go. There'll be a bunch of stuff getting replaced here, but yeah, okay. I think we're off to a good little start. Ah, come on now. Now, we're actually going to block that. We're going to use some pressure plates here, and that's going to let us block this off so that the water didn't flood back here. So isn't that clever? Now we get a little wall of water so that when our boat gets pushed out, we don't have to worry about smacking into anything. Now I know I need the floor of this thing to be 5 by 5, so that would be our middle. So then that's that. And 2, 3. Why don't I use the shovel, huh? 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, and that one's 5. Okay, so I'll tear all this out. And then I'm actually going to have... Yeah, I'll replace all this, I think. Let's just go ahead and do this down at least one more here. And I think... Then I'm going to go ahead and throw the flooring in here. And I should probably make sure... Okay, good. I'm not going to flood myself doing that. Just pretty this up a little bit. Ooh, see, that would have been a problem once we'd gotten down a little lower. Okay, so then I'm going to throw this stuff in here. like this right to here. Okay, life is good so far. Then I'm going to throw a pressure plate here and here. And what these are going to do is when our water actually floods out from behind us to push the boat out, it's going to keep it from meeting up with this water and causing all sorts of funkiness there. So we like that. So I guess the next thing, I don't need that sign anymore. The next thing, I'm going to go ahead and throw down my steps. Now these are absolutely not necessary. If you want to use solid blocks here, you certainly can. I happen to like the way these look, and I like, you know, it's a little easier to get in here without having to jump up and down like a crazy person, and I kind of like not, I mean, I kind of am sort of crazy, but I like to not look crazy. It's better to sneak up on people, right? There we go. You see a theme here with what I'm doing? I bet you do, because you people are smart. Okay. I say you're smart. I don't know you. I'm just making the assumption that you guys are smart. I think that's a safe bet because you're watching my awesome videos, right? Shameless plug. Okay, enough cheesiness. Let's get back to work. I'm gonna go and pop this out. I'm gonna stop using the excuse of a staircase or a step to get that out. Alright, now these three are going to be a little special here. I'm going to go ahead and throw that in there, but I have a feeling we'll rip those out. This one, I don't really know why, but I'm going to use a full oak block like that because I think that looks kind of cool. So alright, so that's basically it as far as the building part of this goes, except for the crazy psycho dirt block that was down there. I'm going to rip that out. Will that cause... no, good. Now the only thing I want to make sure is that I don't have any water, any flowing water that's trying to flood back here. That could potentially be an issue for us, but since we don't, that's not a problem. Yeah, and kind of, I guess I don't know, it's really like I was saying, I don't know if I've actually mentioned or not, but where the pressure plates that we've got here are actually not going to do a damn thing for us. They are strictly for water control. But this guy and this guy, we'll put one on either side so that we don't, so it doesn't make a difference. They're going to be good for us. And I'm going to go ahead and cap that off now with some glowstone so that when we're on the water, the entrance to that will be really easy to see. And yeah, alright, so at this point, we need to get down underneath this thing. Now I'm going to need 2 blocks dug out underneath here, so I'm actually going to temporarily pull that out. I'll pull that guy out, and then let's get that guy out too. So now, okay, that's not going to help me, is it? What am I thinking? Come on, man. And I'm going to pull out some more. Alright, there we go. I know I'm going to end up putting all that back in there because I'm going to need to have access to it all. So, alright, so what are we looking at here? Where's the sun too? Is it getting nighttime? Oh man. It's starting to, but alright, we're just going to work with it. I'm probably going to have to fight a zombie horde or something that's going to really piss me off. But alright, now that we can get underneath here, we can see what we're doing. I don't know if I have to pull out all this, but I'm going to go ahead and do it because that's just the kind of guy I am. And we'll kind of go from there. That's 1, 2, 3 over. This is 1, 2, so this will be a third. Nope, that's not right. Let's go ahead and throw these blocks in here. And I'll just continue to rip these guys out. And including these guys, because I don't need to be able to go up over here. But I am, however, going to need to be able to build over here. So is that going to be the edge? No, one more over is the edge. No, that's good enough. For our purposes, that's the edge. I don't think I need to worry about going all the way up there. Actually, I know I don't, because I'm pretty familiar with what I'm going to be doing here. Although, to be honest with you guys, I've not built this in a while, so I think it's probably smart I'm digging this out first, because if I happen to do something like this and we get a little flood in here, and if I had redstone in here, I would be pissed off. I think that's going to be good enough. Is that going to be? I hope that's going to be deep enough, guys. We'll see in a minute, right? Alright, how far is this thing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is this. And you know what? It seems like our light quality is changing here, so I'm going to go ahead and throw some torches in here. And yeah, you know what? I'm going to go sleep off the night because I really don't want to have a zombie jumping down in there with me and kind of ruining my fun. So I will be right back in a second. Alrighty guys, so we're heading back down. Now I think that looks pretty good over here next to the chicken. That's not too intrusive on the landscape. I've been trying, I guess through this build, I don't know, I've been trying not to do way too much terraforming. Says the guy who ripped out half the hill for stables. But no, I've been trying to not do too much. I liked the way the land looked when I first came here. It's what attracted me to wanting to build here. So I figured, you know, why should I mess up what I'm kind of digging here? So yeah, so I think this isn't too intrusive on what's already going on here, except for these funky squid. I don't know what they're doing. I think they're excited to see some building going on. All right, let's see. Let's figure out where these buttons are, where the inputs are. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 blocks away from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is our 5th block right here. So if I'm not totally mistaken, I think this is our power. So let's just, you know what, I'm going to make a little cheaty guy here so that we can make sure and find out, because it's important that when we hit that button, or yeah. Okay, I'm going to say I missed it. How did I miss it? Where did I miss it? Is it, should be powering that. Does good things here, right? Let's chop this out. Drown ourselves? Yeah, okay, so that's drowny. Oh, you know what? I think I was one block too far. So, alright, well, there we go. Now let's go up this way. It might be quicker. This will actually tell us what I chopped out, too. So, alright, yeah, okay, that's what I did, was that. Oh, I see what I did, guys. Alright, I'm not going completely crazy. I actually need to do that, at least there. And I'll have to do, well, this side's already blocked off by dirt, so we should be good there. And then I guess just to make this purty, I'm going to do this on this side, and now it looks kind of like it was actually formed by the game, and I've used all the extra, whatever that means. I've used all my extra stuff that I didn't need. Now how the hell did I wire this part? Okie dokie. That blocks it. That's the block that we need to get power from. Let's chop this guy out of here too. That one shouldn't flood anybody. Alright, so yeah, that's where we want to get our power. What the hell do I need to do to get it down? Yeah, though. I don't want to rip that out, although I guess I could. No, I can't. Ah. That's the thing I hate about working around water, guys. It's one of the perils, right? Alright, tell you what, let me kind of take a look at what I'm doing here and figure out what the hell I'm doing wrong. Because the problem I'm running into, guys, I wanted to actually just take my redstone dust and place it on a block right underneath that guy, and then wire it back around, actually do the same thing on that side, and then run it back to where our pistons will control our water. However, in order for me to do that, I've got to have this scenario, and that means I can't have this scenario because we end up chopping that off. So let me take a little quick breaky break, guys, and figure out what I'm doing wrong here so that I can do it right the first time. Okay, guys, so I figured it out. I'm not going crazy. How often the simplest solution doth elude. Alright, here's the deal here. What I decided, instead of thinking this way, let's think sideways. So I chopped out an extra block here, and what I'm going to do here, this way we can run our redstone just the way we want it to. Run it down here, over here, and then I'll run it over this way to a common center point. And then I'm going to do the same thing, if I'm not completely stupid anyway, I'm going to do the same thing over here. May as well get that sand out of there. We can turn that into something useful, maybe. I think that both of those now are going to activate when we hit that. I don't think that's too far, so I should be able to check it. Yep, that powered up there. Let's make sure that we did it this way as well. Yep, excellent. Alright, so there we go. Power problem resolved. Okay, so that's how easy the wiring is for this thing, although it did seem a little more difficult because I kind of forgot about it was actually one block too far in. So alright, there's that. Now from the middle of this thing I'm going to do this, and I'm going to throw down a block, and I'm going to throw down a redstone torch so we can invert our signal. That way what we can do is we can make sure that our pistons, which are going to need to, this is where I'm going to have some problems now. My pistons need to be able to push this block, or this staircase and this staircase up. So actually, maybe not. Maybe it's not going to be a problem, because I just didn't dig back far enough for these either. Man, I'm just a slacker all around, guys. So let's get that out, and that out, and we'll get this guy out. That should be the other staircase we need. So then what we're going to do, if I'm not completely stupid, and that remains to be seen, you guys are the judge, right? Is I get to... Alright, good. It's still going to be hard for me to get up and out of there because I can't wire that thing up. But alright, they're going to control that. I'm going to place a block here. Is that right? No, because I want the water to flood here. So alright, I'll have to monkey around here. I'll put the water behind these guys. That's what I'm forgetting about. Our water for this sucker that's going to push us out is actually going to go here, and then we'll control those things right there. So alright, so I've just got to run the redstone, or run our redstone into these two blocks. So there, that's one, and nothing changed on it, right? Yep, good. Now when I push the button though, that pulls down and then goes back up. I don't think I need to, I mean, this is where we'll find out if I'm a complete moron or not. I don't think that I need to have any delays on there. I'm going to go ahead and put a block in here. I don't know that I need to, but I don't want to find out the hard way that I was wrong. So, alright, now it's going to be hard to get back down in there if we need to. But I hope we will not need to anymore. I think we're done with the redstone on this. So it's a pretty simple project. I will actually jump back down into the hole there in a minute if this works, so I can kind of go over everything for you. I like to kind of not leave you hanging. So alright, so we'll cover that up with some half slabs or something so it'll be a little prettier. But then the way it's going to work is when we hit this button, water floods out, and boom, that should be enough to take a boat and shove it out into the water, even over top of this. So let's make a boat really fast and make sure that I'm correct in my, well, I guess it's not really math, but make sure that I'm correct. And I'm not just lying to you guys, because that would suck. So I'm going to leave the boat right here. And now if I hop in, we'll hit the button, here comes our water, and oh, it's not enough. Okay, I'm going to actually screw around. I think I'm going to... Helps to get out of the boat before we start trying to destroy it. I'm going to screw around, guys, and see if maybe if I put a... Well, that was weird. See if maybe I can put a redstone repeater, repeater down there so that we can control this and sleep off the night that is now falling on us. And I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so I figured out what I did wrong. I need to actually fix it, but I thought I would let you know first. The problem that I'm having here is I actually made this thing too deep. I actually need this to be one less deep. And if I build it so that the water is here and everything else is moved one block forward, then we have less room here and the water will actually push us out instead of just shoving us forward into the pressure plate that we were looking at there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera. I'll rip all this stuff out and move it all forward a block. But I'm not, I guess when I say I'm going to move it all forward a block, just so that you can get an idea, I am not moving this stuff forward a block, just the pistons. So the two pistons are going to need to come back here one, and that's going to be a little bit of a challenge for this. Probably going to have to, actually what I may do is move this back a little bit further. I'll show you when I'm done with it. I will be right back. Sorry about that. Okay guys, so here we are again. I think I've got this figured out now, or fixed now. I've moved everything forward a block. As far as how I rewired this under here, let's just jump down really fast. It's pretty simple. Basically the two buttons, everything still comes out of here the same way as it did before, but instead of coming together and then moving over a block, I've just got it going right into this block, throwing my redstone torch here, and then I have my redstone wiring doing that instead of what it was doing before. Should have plenty of light down here. There's two torches, so it shouldn't have any nasties spawning down here on us or anything like that. So yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead on up here again, and this time hopefully it won't make me look stupid. I'll go ahead and seal this up, and we will throw our water back in here again, and then I'll cover that up with half slabs when we're done. But in the meantime, let's throw our boat down here again, hit the button, and launched out into the water. So life is good. That's exactly what we wanted. Let's see if I can't steer this sucker back around. I hate these things now. Although I do like that you can just flip them around a little quicker this way now. I say that. It's not super fast, is it? Let's go on a little boat ride underneath here. See if we can't turn this thing around and then head straight in. Yeah, I'm still bummed about my Silk Touch guy. Yeah, maybe I'll get lucky when I'm doing the villager area over there, which I think is going to be my next project. So see, I have those glowstones out there. That makes it real easy to see where we're going. Hopefully if we come into this thing quickly, it's not going to break the boat. Let's find out. Nope. Excellent. So the boat stays whole, and again, if we hit the button just so you can see what happens from a third-person view, water floods out, shoves the boat out, and out away it goes. So then I actually was able to zap back in really fast. Let's see if we can spin it around on 180. Yeah, alright, cool. So alright, so there we go, guys. There's a boat dock for us. You do take I think it's like a half heart of damage, which is really stupid when you get out, but for some reason that's something they've left with boats. I don't know if they're ever going to undo it, but it would certainly be nice. Mojang, if you're listening, please do that. But if you don't, I guess we'll, as players, we will learn to live with it. We learn to live with a lot of other things, right, guys? So, alright, we'll cover that up just to make it prettier. Yeah, I guess I'm going to throw some wood back here as well. I like using this wood because I feel like it kind of blends in a little bit with the natural surroundings, not to sound like a hippie, but if I'm trying to keep things looking kind of like they did, then I think that's a noble goal for us. So alright, let's check on our chickens here, see what's going on. I got another half stack. It looks like a chicken going, decent amount of eggs. I'm going to check the timer and then see if we're going to cheat. One other thing actually that I will mention that I noticed, and I don't know if this is just a fluke or what the deal is, but I've actually seen this thing get stuck. I don't know if it's capable of duplicating blocks or not, but I've actually seen an extra dirt block hang out in that thing, which really kind of screws it up because it doesn't allow it to pass all the blocks out of the one hopper, which unlocks the next set. So I'm not sure if that's just my my crazy yep, we got some chickens in there. Good. I'm not sure if that's just me being overly paranoid. I had one chicken in there. Whoopee. I'm not sure if that's just me being overly paranoid or if that's an actual glitch in the game, but if somebody wants to look into that, it'd be interesting. Let me know what you find out. It'd be interesting to see if that's something that other people are experiencing, or if maybe I was just down there and I happened to drop a dirt block. I'm not sure how else it would have gotten in there, since there aren't really, it's only 2 blocks high in there. Enderman can't spawn, so I know they're not dropping anything in there. But yeah, okay guys, there we go. I think this is going to call it an episode again. I don't think it's going to be super short. If it is, I apologize. I will try and not let you down next episode that I do, but like I said, I do have some out-of-towners with me, so I don't want to ignore them so that I can make Minecraft videos, but you know, I'm sure you guys can understand and relate. But yeah, I think maybe the next video that we do will be the villager. I guess really the breeding cell is probably the first thing that I should do over there, as opposed to a place to keep villagers that I don't have yet. So yeah, like I always say, guys, give me a like if you liked what you saw. It really helps me out a lot because people see that in your feed and then other people come check me out, and that's how I can grow subscribers. And if you have not subscribed yet and you're just now checking me out, please do subscribe. I will keep putting these things out, and I will see you guys next time.